G'day all, welcome to Coverlee's Workbench. This is going to be a series on building the Westland Sea King AEW, well you can see it in the picture there, the Airfix kit in 72nd scale. This will be a online build which will be building this particular helicopter in the guise of an Australian Sea King, the Mk50. What we get in the box is a bag of parts and a lot of paraphernalia instructions. Okay, first things first, what you get is decal sheet showing mainly Royal Navy markings, no Australian Navy markings on here at all. Looking quickly at the decals themselves, they appear to be all in register. There's no colour bleeds, there's no misalignments of different colours, so they look quite good. Okay, you also get the Airfix club. Well, guess where that's going? Straight in the bin. And you also get, okay, this is something new I've not seen before. Oops, no, that's my work. Okay, this is I've not seen before. A colour decal placement sheet. Get it right shortly for the Royal Navy helicopters. So and it's basically looks like two different helicopters you get here. First one is A Flight, the 849 Naval Air Squadron, HMS Illustrious, and the other one is B Flight, 849 NAS Naval Air Squadron, Royal Navy Air Squadron Kuldros, both in the UK. So fairly straightforward. They've got Humbrol colour codes being called out on both sides, so that's not that too bad. Now onto the instructions themselves. Now the instructions are atypical Airfix instructions. So we have very simple exploded views of the parts and placement, etc, etc. So yeah, no change there. And the parts themselves, okay, quickly, all the parts are in one big bag except for the clear sprue, which are in their own separate bag, which is quite a nice little feature from Airfix. Okay. Now we have here, there's the clear sprue in their little bag. Looking closely, there is a bit of flash around a lot of the parts, little bits and pieces coming off, some on some of the ejector pin areas. Quickly looking at some of these parts, it's got this, the Airfix floor, or even some of the other companies' floor as well. When they make a clear part like this square piece here, there's a dimple in the middle, and that dimple is going to cause some problems later on when I go to put the windows in. Overall, that doesn't look too bad. The rest of the parts there, the curved parts like the canopy, look fairly good, fairly crisp detail. There is, without opening the bag, raised detail there, so it's going to make masking a lot easier. Okay, then we've got a sprue that's got the rotor assemblies on it, both for the top and for the rear. and as you can quickly see, there is flash everywhere and some nasty pin marks on parts as well. Okay, there's the bottom of the fuselage or the cockpit. As you can see in there, some nice big pin marks there that's going to be removed. Seats are fairly basic, very basic, and there's a nice, once again, a nice pin mark right in the middle of it. It's a nice large one. The pilots are there. There's two pilots. The pilots are in the same pose, fixed and looking to the left. Detail so far is raised rivets and raised panel lines. Some of the sunken detail isn't sharp enough. It does look a bit horrible. And there's raised rivets again. Here's a fuselage, and there's, as you can see, there's flash all over the place. Some moulding problems here. I can quickly see in here there's some moulding problems. You can see the pin mark dent in the plastic. This is starting to look like a horrible kit. More flash on the wheels. The wheels look like the halves do line up properly, but I'm not going to hold my breath on that one. A radome at the back, and it's got all random, it's not consistent, so I'd say it's a flaw in the mould. Raised, blistering, or dimpling if you like. Here's some propeller blades. They've got the same problem, bit of flash and bit of misalignment in the mould as well. And this, I think, is a new part for the kit. This is the anti-submarine warfare components, and these look a bit more clearer. There's little to no flash I can see on this part. Some excellent detail, especially on this part here, which I believe is the front screen to the air intake. And they actually look quite well done. Some pin marks, but they're not as prominent as the other part of the kit. So I'm guessing this is a rebox kit, but it's actually got an extra sprue thrown in to make it a later, what is it? An AEW Mark II or Mark 7 helicopter. Reading a few online reviews of this, and I think in another review as well somewhere else, someone's already put together and they've had a lot of alignment problems, a lot of joining problems, so I'm not looking forward to this. However, my goal here is to make it into an Australian Mark 50. And the paint scheme I'm going for, or the marking scheme I'm going for, is this one. This is the Royal Australian Navy. Actually, let me just pick up the camera, get a better shot at this. This is the Royal Australian Navy 50th Anniversary 817 Squadron, the White Pointer. As you can see, it's made by Hawkeye Models Australia. And what you get is, well, they actually sent me these as a printout, so I blew them up to A4. So you get all these coloured instructions on how decal placement should be put, colour callouts, and you can't see that too well, but they're quoting FS numbers, decal instructions, and a generic decal placement instruction. I have actually misplaced the white pointed decals somewhere, but they are quite good. A lot of painting to do, and the painting is the blue, white and grey part. The rest of it is actually decal. So this is a decal here, the Navy's a decal, the Australian Roo is a decal, not crocodile. The white pointer shark is a decal, so There's a lot of decals on here to make life easier. Okay, so what's going to happen in this build is we are going to put it together, an online build, and also convert to an Australian Mk50. A few visible differences straight away. The Australian Mk50 doesn't have that radome on it, so I'm going to lose that nicely modded radome. So as I'm building this, I'll keep you up to date with what I've found out in the way of converting it. Okay, that's it for me now, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Okay all, just a quick update. I found the decals. Okay, what you get with the Hawkeye decals, a set of masks. These masks will, you can't see them too clearly, allow us to mask off the grey area on the model. That way you can paint the white and the blue colours as well. Then you also get white decals. You can't see these too clearly. If I hold them up to the white, maybe. Nope. Okay, you'll have to trust me. On here you've got a white navy, white 817 number, a white shark, and a white dot, and a white rescue arrow as well. These you put on before you put on the colour decals. Okay, the colour decals are these ones. As you can see, they're quite well done with the white pointer shark there as well. The decals all appear to be well in register. The blues, I'm not really liking the blues that I'm seeing in there, and the red looks a bit faded as well, but that might come off better on the model itself, so won't know until I actually put them on the model. Now there was white dots on there as well. They're the backing for the Australian Rambles, I believe. I've had Hawkeye decals before. They're giving you a white dot, and it's usually to go behind the Australian rear decals. So I'd say it goes behind those two. I have no idea where that one goes. I'll have to have a look at the decal instructions before I go any further with that anyhow, but that's a bit further down the track. And then we have the stencils. So these are the jack here, lift here, do not walk, do not push, you know, all those walkway type decals. So that's all those, all 63 of them. There's 63 on that page. Wow. Okay, so that was just a quick update. I found the decals. Catch you shortly.